Greetings, Shalom, Shalom, Salama, Habari, Mambo VP. You're very welcome to Diaspora Connect in Tanzania. Greetings, welcome to the channel. This is Wanda. I'm tuning into you, coming to you from the beautiful Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And welcome in the room. Welcome to the channel. To all my faithful subscribers who've been rocking with me from day one, or at least 5 years strong since I left the U.S. back in July of 2020 and resettled in Tanzania. You've been rocking with me from day one. I want to say welcome back. And to all of my new subscribers, I want to say you're very welcome. Thank you for taking the time to subscribe to my channel, to view my content, to see what I got going on over here. You're very welcome. I am a native of New Jersey in America, next to New York. Born and raised there, and I moved to Tanzania back in July of 2020. Decided to leave it all behind and start a fresh new life in the motherland, on the continent, in Tanzania. So I am here. All is well. So it is election time right now in Tanzania, and us as foreigners, considering the fact that we have a different passport. Yes, we know that we are descendants, or our ancestors, forefathers, sojourned and came from Africa. The motherland is where all African people come from, just in case you didn't know. Whether indigenous or not, we all derive from the continent of Africa. So as a person who carries a different passport, we are considered foreigners because of the passport that we carry. Therefore, during election times, we kind of lay low because it is the country's situation. I mean, like, it's their political time. So we just kind of mind our business, and we just kind of lay low, stay out of it, stay out of the streets, kind of stay home. So we usually go shopping and get everything we need before the election time, and then we kind of stay, at home and cook and relax and let the country handle its own business. We mind our own business. Yeah, that's what we do. So right now it's election time in Tanzania, and the internet is off. It's been down. Well, not off, but I guess it's not working. And so it's been this is the second day for me. Yesterday was a full off, and today it's still off. So I say 2 days so far. The day before, it was acting a little, and it was going in and out. So I don't know when it'll be back up, but I decided that I'll do some videos, which is a good idea. I'll do some videos for the channel, and then when the internet is back up, I'll go ahead and upload them for you. But I just decided to come to you and do a video and just kind of chat with you about just some current events and some things that are going on. We do see that 700 Afro descendants visited or are in currently Burkina Faso. So shout out to those who had the courage to go visit, and had the desire and the courage to go visit the beautiful Burkina Faso, to support Captain Traore. So shout out to those 700 who decided to go visit. That is a very beautiful thing. It's always beautiful to visit the continent, especially if you are of Afro descent and you were dispersed throughout the four corners of the earth outside of Africa. It's always good to come back and visit at least one time. Even if you don't decide to live on the continent, at least visit. It's ideal for all of those of Afro descent to at least come for a visit. Your life will never be the same. Yeah, you'll be changed forever, for sure. Because that happened to me when I visited Ghana for the first time. Well, I visited the motherland of Africa for the first time, and it was in Ghana. And yeah, my life was forever changed. I ended up going back to America because I was working. I went back and I just tried to map out and plan my move, which resulted in me being here in Tanzania. So when I say plan and map out, I was just trying to pray and ask the Father which direction to go in terms of which country, because I know he was speaking to me about coming back to Africa, but I just didn't know which country. I'm like, which country, where should I go? And I was thinking initially that it would be Ghana, but plans changed when COVID hit. So, yeah, things changed because actually all the countries were closed except for Tanzania, which was open to a lot of us. So most of us who even wanted to go to other countries decided to come to Tanzania because it was the only one open, and we were going to kind of hang out until the borders opened again, and then we were going to leave and go to those designated African countries that we wanted to visit. So, but when the borders opened again, excuse me, when the borders opened back up, most of us had fallen in love with Tanzania. So we were like, yeah, I really like it here. I think I'll stay a little longer and a little longer and a little longer. And 3 months became 6 months, became a year, became 2, so on and on and on. So the same thing happened to me. I just basically fell in love with Tanzania. And so, yeah, but that is going on also. Let us keep in prayer our brothers and sisters in Jamaica. This Category 5 Melissa hurricane is probably doing damage as we speak to the island of Jamaica. And yeah, we keep our brothers and sisters in prayer there. It's always devastating when these natural disasters wreak havoc on a country. We've had several in America, so yeah. And we have a lot going on in the US of A. We have a lot going on there. So much is going on. It's just hard to pinpoint where to focus. And people are still thinking it's the Democrats, it's the Republicans. No, it's not, family. It's not a Democrat or Republican problem that's going on in America. It's a divine judgment that's going on in America. So it's not either side. You can't blame either side. It does not matter whether it was a Dem or Rep in office, because of course, you do know that they're controlled and they're puppets anyway. So they have a hidden hand that controls them, and they do whatever the real controllers of America tell them to do. And it's not the president. So yeah, it's not they're just puppets. Yeah, there's puppets, and they're controlled. And then when they're done with them, they dispose of them, just like they're doing human beings. So, and in case you didn't know, America, aka Mystery Babylon, aka the house of bondage, is the seat of the beast system. The digital, the beast system that's being set up using the digital ID, the control the whole world, make everyone, slaves. Yeah, the beast system. The headquarters is the White House. Well, you think the president is building a ballroom that's double the size of the White House in America. He's demolished the White House. The POTUS, President of the United States. He demolished the White House, and he's building a ballroom, massive ballroom. So, yeah, that's for the ones who really control the country. The beast crew. The seat of the beast is where they'll be convening to figure out how to destroy humanity, because they're not human. They're fallen angels, reptiles, aliens. Yeah, all of those the ones, yeah, they're controlling that. See, their goal is to destroy humanity. Everything that we're dealing with, that we're seeing, is the spiritual battle going on in the spiritual realm that you cannot see, but it's manifesting in the physical realm. So usually what you see in the physical realm happens in the spiritual realm first, and it manifests into the physical, and then you physically see it. But those who have eyes to see and ears to hear understand the spiritual realm and what is happening. And because we do have instruction, like our maker, our creator didn't leave us instructionless. So we do have what you call the biblical scriptures that tells everything that's going to happen. These are the last days. And the reason that I can sit up here and smile and I don't feel downtrodden, depressed, like everything is over, is because I know the ending and I know why. And so when you understand why things are happening, why destruction is coming, why people are dying, why the beast system is being set up, who is in control of the world, the earth, which if you know the Bible, it says that the earth is given in the hands of Satan, Hasatan, the dragon, the serpent. He has come down, and woe to the inhabitants of the earth, because he's going to be down here destroying, wreaking havoc. So that's what you have going on right now. But we are not left without protection. Certain ones now. We are not left without instructions and protection, which was provided through the biblical scriptures. Now, if you don't subscribe to the biblical scriptures and you follow any other religion, belief, any of it, you'll be confused about what's going on. Those other books don't tell you the truth. But the biblical scriptures in the book of Revelation, it tells you everything that's going on right now. It tells you, and it also tells you what's going to happen at the very end. So that's why I can sit here and smile. Because I know what the ending will be. I know why everything is happening, and what, just all around, I know why. A lot of destruction comes due to sin. Some people think that sin is not a big deal, but it's not only against the Bible, it's not only against your temple, your body, that it can destroy, but it's against the earth also. So when there's a lot of sin in the earth responds to it it destroys the earth as well. So sin is just not good all the way around. When I say sin, it's when you go against the law, statutes, and commandments in the Bible. They're not done away with. They're still in place. They're still active. And the only thing we don't do is we don't do animal sacrifices, because, of course, the Messiah gave his life and sacrificed his life, so we don't have to do animal sacrifices because he is the high priest. So, but because of his sacrifice, but everything else is in place. The law, statutes, and commandments, we still follow those. We have a dietary law. We only eat certain things. There is a marriage code, instructions of usually out of the 12 tribes, because as you know, the Bible is a history book of the children of Israel. It's not really focused on other nations. They're in there because they're either an ally with the children of Israel or they're an enemy with the children of Israel. But the Bible is a history book of the children of Israel. The children of Israel have descendants in the earth. Therefore, and they're not done away with. They're still alive. And it's not the people in the Middle East. It's the slaves. It's the ones that are the lowest in the earth. Those are the children of Israel, because they were disobedient, and they disobeyed the Elohim, or the Elimo of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They disobeyed his laws, statutes, and commandments, and it put them in a low state of slavery. But it was only for a time. It wasn't for like forever. It was only for a time, and then they would serve their punishment, and then they would come out of it and come back to their land. So that time is now. So they're waking up. They're coming out of they have served their punishment. We have served our punishment, and we have come out. So now he's bringing us back to the state of where we were at the top. So The last shall be first and the first shall be last again. So, yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. That's why I can sit here and smile. That's why I am at peace. I am in a safe place and I have freedom. The good thing is, when you sojourn through this earth, no matter where you go, yes, the beast system will be everywhere, but it won't be controlling in some areas, because if you know that the way the beast system works is you have to be on grid to be controlled by the beast system. So you have to have like a lot of technology. Like the whole country has to be controlled by the systems, by the technological system. So technology is good to a point. It can be so good that it can control human beings and put you in like a slave state, which is what's going to happen in America, Europe, Asia, because all of those places are highly developed. All of the so-called first world developed countries will be definitely controlled. But if you go to a developing country, whether it's on the continent of Africa, whether it's somewhere in the Caribbean, or where somewhere that's not as developed, then you have more of a chance to live freely because you can live off grid. Now, I take Tanzania for example. If that system were to come here, the digital whole system, it will only impact the city areas, and a lot, actually not only Tanzania, but a lot of the African countries. This beast system that Kenya is pushing, that South Africa is accepting, that Kenya is accepting, I don't know if Ghana is accepting it. Certain countries are accepting like this digital ID beast system technology, right? It can only control the people who are in the city areas. If you are in the village, or if you are living in rural areas, you're outside of the technology. So the infrastructure is not set up to be controlled, so you therefore be free. So this is something that when you know the ending and you know why everything is being done, then you know how to move accordingly. And then also we have our Father giving us direction, instructions. Go to this country, go to this place, don't stay here, move here. So just because we're in a specific place don't mean we're going to always be there. Just like I left America, everything I've ever known, born and raised, but I'm here in Tanzania. It does not mean that I'll be here for the rest of my days. The Father may tell me, go to this country, go to that country, and wherever he advises for me to go, I will be going, because I know when he advises you and when he gives you instructions to go somewhere, and when you go, you'll be blessed. But when you don't go and you stay where he's telling you to leave, then you could be in a bad situation. You could lose everything. You can even lose your life when you don't follow instructions. So you have to be plugged in and connected to your maker, your creator. And it's only one maker and creator, and it's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All the other gods that you worship, that people worship, are lower gods. So for me, I prefer to worship and follow the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the one who created the universe. People worship the universe. People worship ancestors and Buddha and Hindu gods and even Allah. Those are not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's. He is the greater. That's why we call him the Most High. He's the highest. He's the one who created everything and everybody. So I trust my life with the one who created me, not the lesser gods. So let that sink in. But anyway, he will warn you. He will advise you. The other gods won't warn you when destruction is coming, when a hurricane is heading your way, when, there's accidents you should be aware of. Don't go here. Don't do there. Only the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob warns you of destruction that is to come. Not that it won't come, but when it comes, he will warn you. Move to this city. When you're persecuted in one city, you go to another. Okay, it's a hurricane coming here, leave and go to this place. Or it's a tornado coming here, go to this place. Or they're about to have a tsunami, go to this. Like, he's the only one that can warn you. So it's up to you to choose if you're going to listen to his warning or if you're not going to listen. And then it could be the detriment of you and your family and your life, for that matter. So it's very important to be plugged in. And yeah, I just want to do this video because I'm just relaxing here, and the internet is not working. So I just wanted to, come to you and encourage you and you know, talk about a few things. But yeah, all is well, and hopefully you are making plans to go where you think is the safest place. Hopefully the Father is leading you. He may even tell you to stay put to a certain point. Wherever you at, then you stay put. That's what I'm doing. I'm staying put until he gives me instructions and says go here, go there. Then so sometimes your plan is to stay put, but in the process make sure you're praying and you're finding out, even as you're staying put, what you should be doing. Should you be stocking up on water? Should you be planning food? What should you be doing where you are while you're occupying until you get further instructions? So all of us have to live like that. We've always been sojourners. Our ancestors were sojourners. So they would move around. They would, whenever they were persecuted and armies came, they saw armies coming to come past, in their cities, they would flee to the next city or leave for their lives. So even though they were the children of Israel and they were of the Most High's children, they still had to leave and flee and go to certain places and not go to. He would have to give them instructions, especially when they fell into sin. So even though they fell into sin and they were worshiping idols, he still sent warnings because he is gracious and merciful. So he won't leave you without instructions, America. Even though America is under divine judgment, he's still giving her warnings through his prophets. Many are not listening, but he's sending warnings through her prophets that America is under divine judgment and for sin. Sin causes destruction. Sin causes earthquakes, natural disasters, tsunamis. Yes, sin draws demons, which draws death. Because demons come to what? Satan's children come to what? Kill, steal, and destroy. So when you live in sin and you're a habitual sinner, then demons, then devils, and destruction and death follows you everywhere you go. So clean your life up, repent for your sins, and then cry out for mercy. If you are in any of these places where warnings have come to California. Warnings was coming to Jamaica for a while about tsunami coming. And it looks like, or hurricanes and stuff. So it looks like it's happening, but there were warnings. People were warning Jamaica about this. People were warning California about what's going to happen with earthquakes, tsunamis, Florida as well, East Coast as well, West Coast in America. Like people, the Most High has been warning those places. Now, these developing countries that worship idols have not been getting warnings. Like India, Hindus and Buddha and all these different, their gods are not warning them about destruction. But the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is warning his people. But it's just our choice to decide if we're going to listen to him, follow his instructions, or stay and then lose our lives. So it's a choice you have to make. Pray about it. Hopefully you make the right choice. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share the video if you know anyone that's interested in visiting Tanzania, resettling in Tanzania, or doing business. I have done all three. I visited, I resettled, and I created a company called Diaspora Connect LLC. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will do another video in the next couple of days. Email me if you are interested in a consultation for Tanzania at diasporaconnect0@gmail.com, diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. I do resettling, repatriating, relocating, and business consultations for a fee. And I have merchandise below. I have membership packages. Join the community. We have a lot of things we have to talk about, things we have to plan. Yeah, we have to make plans, fam. So, and this is private planning, of course. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys. Oh, don't forget to thumbs up the video. Thumbs it up, thumbs it up. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next video, live. And when the internet comes back up, you will see, I will upload this video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Shalom, salama, peace, family.